You ever find yourself alone, and it feels heavier than it should? Like you're surrounded by people, but still feel unseen. Like your phone is quiet, your room is quiet, and your thoughts are the loudest thing in the room. And you start wondering, God, did you forget about me? If that's you right now, I want you to pause and really hear this. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. And you are not invisible to God. There's a moment in Scripture where Elijah, one of God's prophets, felt completely alone. He told God, "I'm the only one left." That's how deep his loneliness went. But God responded, not with rejection, not with silence, but with truth. He told him, "You are not alone. I still have people I am working through." In other words, God was saying, "You can't see everything I'm doing yet." And that's where a lot of us are right now. We only see what's missing. We only see who left. We only see who didn't stay. But God sees what's being built. Loneliness has a way of making you believe a lie, that your value depends on who is present in your life. But your value was never defined by people. It was defined by the one who created you. And he didn't make a mistake when he made you. Even Jesus experienced loneliness. There were moments where even his closest friends fell asleep when he needed them most. There were moments where he was misunderstood, rejected, and left to walk alone toward his purpose. So if you're in a season where it feels like nobody really gets you, you're not outside of God's plan. You might actually be right in the middle of it. Because sometimes God removes distractions before he builds direction. Sometimes he allows silence so you stop depending on noise. And sometimes he isolates you, not to break you, but to strengthen you. Because there are things God can only grow in you when you're not surrounded by constant comfort. Now I know that's not easy. Because loneliness doesn't just feel quiet, it feels heavy. It makes you question your worth. It makes you replay conversations. It makes you wonder if something is wrong with you. But hear this clearly. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And there is a difference. God does not waste seasons, even the uncomfortable ones, especially the lonely ones. Because those are often the seasons where your foundation is being built deeper than you realize. So if you feel alone right now, don't fill the silence with things that pull you further away from peace. Don't chase people just to avoid stillness. Let God meet you in it. Because he doesn't just show up in crowds, he shows up in quiet rooms. He shows up in late nights. He shows up in the moments where you finally stop pretending you're okay. And if you let him, he will remind you that you were never actually alone to begin with. So tonight, or today, wherever you are, just breathe. You're still here. You're still being guided. And your story is not over in this chapter. Because God doesn't abandon what he's building, and he is still building you.